Congratulations on your nominations tonight. You have had a huge year. Tell us a little bit about where the idea for Cowboys and Angels came from. It's such a great title, great song.
Cowboys and Angels, I don't remember where I got the title at, but there was something to those words kind of being next to each other that felt right. And I thought of my grandparents, and I wrote this song about, their high school sweethearts. I wrote it about their love story.
What is your favorite thing about being in Las Vegas?
Well, you know what? This is actually my first time to Vegas. So yesterday we flew in, and you know what? It's true what they say. This place never sleeps. I mean, we were up till 3 or 4 in the morning last night just hanging out, doing a little gambling, hanging out with friends. So I love Vegas so far.
The cruise obviously is humongous. It's like in everybody's head all the time. Could you guys have even imagined how big that song was going to be when you recorded it?
No, I mean, I remember the day we wrote it and got back in the studio, and it just it really came alive. And I mean, we knew we had something special, but I mean, golly, it's kind of taken on a life of its own, and we kind of have to pinch ourselves, every day. It's second straight week at #1 currently, so it's been a dream year for us, for real. It's been magical.
Congratulations on your 3rd year as a host at the ACAs. Can you give us the secret to being a good host?
Don't throw up on TV.
That is definitely a good idea. I think that's a good one to definitely. And tell us a little bit about your performance tonight.
My performance? Oh, Leonard Skinner. I'm singing with Leonard Skinner. I don't have to say anything else. I'm just a fan tonight, and this is like a dream come true for me, so it's going to be great.
Well, are you excited about the big night tonight?
I'm so excited. Just being here in the presence of all the amazing country singers is amazing.
You look beautiful tonight. Who are you wearing?
I am wearing Elise Paris. They've been great to me and let me borrow one of their dresses, and it's pink. You cannot go wrong with pink.
You're in the studio. Tell us a little bit about that.
I've been writing a ton, and I've gotten to write with an amazing writer, Liz Rose, and she's been amazing, and we're taking it step by step and day by day and praying along the way, so we'll see where it takes me.
You're not quite 21 yet, so what do you find fun still to do in Vegas?
Sports Center's always on the TV, so that's about what I'm doing most of the time when I come here.
We love your new Christmas album. Did your personal favorite Christmas album make the cut on the album?
Yeah, well, actually, my favorite Christmas song is Blue Christmas by Elvis, but I did get an Elvis song on there, Santa Claus is Back in Town, so it worked out for me.
Congratulations on the nominations tonight, and congratulations on the recent Grammy nomination that you guys got. How does that feel?
It's amazing. And we found out about the Grammy nominations while we were in the studio last week. So it's like we had a great day in the studio working on some new songs, and then we get the email that says, hey, you're nominated for a Grammy, and it's like the best day on the planet.
What do you think it is about, even if it breaks your heart, that has really just like grabbed a hold of people and made them, it's so relatable? What do you think?
I think it just hit home, for people pursuing music, and then just people just chasing whatever dream they have. And I think it just really struck a chord with our amazing fans, and we made new fans. And I just think the sentiment, everybody gravitated towards that sentiment.
So with 2012 being as big as it was, what are like 3 words that describe what this year has been like for you guys? Who wants to take that one?
Biggest, best ever.
All right, let's do one more. Your 3 words.
Really freaking awesome.
Congratulations on all your nominations tonight. This has been a huge year.
Yeah, it's been amazing for me. My life has changed so much in the last year, and I've been at it for so long, and then all of a sudden it was just like bam, I'm humbled by this whole thing.
Well, Something About a Truck and Beer Money are both like completely huge right now. They're in everybody's head, and with the success of those, what has 2012 been like for you?
It's been a whirlwind. Like I look back and I can't even remember most of it. It's just we've been nonstop playing shows, and the crowds have gotten massive, and it's just, my life has changed. People know the whole record. They're not just knowing the 2 songs, they're knowing the whole thing, and it's awesome.
The ACAs are a fan-voted award, so does that make it more special to get nominated and perhaps win?
Absolutely. It definitely does for me. It definitely does for me, because my fans have what's allowed all this to happen. I mean, I haven't had as much radio support, so to have it, the fans of what have done it for me, they've just made it all happen, and I can't do what I do without them, so I give it all to them every time. So that's pretty awesome.
That's awesome. And tell us a little bit about the song Back. It's a huge hit right now, working with Jake Owen. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, that song, it's just a real personal thing for me. I mean, that's my life right there in front of you, and it's hard for me to do that song sometimes because it's just the realities of what I'm talking about in there, losing my friend, and at some point, I have both my parents here, but at some point they won't be here. So doing that song every night is hard sometimes, and I get a little choked up sometimes, but the fans, they know what that song means to me, and having Jake on there, who's one of my best friends in the music business and one of my favorite singers, and I'm so excited for what he's doing in his career. It's just a perfect kind of thing to happen.
I know it's really hit home with a lot of fans. It's a very popular song right now.
Yeah, I think people just understand that time. They wish they could go back to that sometimes, and I think they can really relate to that. No matter where you're from, you can relate to things changing, and the names changing there, but it's people know they have the same feelings about that kind of song.
Congratulations on your nominations tonight. Are you pretty excited about that?
I'm very excited. Yeah, it's a huge deal for me to be nominated. I was excited to be invited, much less to actually be nominated. So this is a big deal for me.
You're in Vegas, pretty fun place. What is your favorite thing about Las Vegas?
I would have to say the nightlife by far. It's pretty wild, and to have a show here for an extended amount of time, I mean, you have to really pace yourself.
I bet. And how is that going? Are you having a good time here?
I'm super blessed to be a part of the Vegas landscape because it's a really awesome way to play live music every night, and that's kind of what I am as a live performer. So along with all these great stars that have shown up tonight for this event and this awards, I'm just super excited about meeting everybody and seeing some familiar faces.
Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be a great night for sure. Now, obviously, you're an American Idol alum, and that's where we all fell in love with your music. How do you think country artist Keith Urban is going to do in the judges' chair there?
We'll have to see. You'll never. That's an interesting chair to be in, definitely. But I think he's handled it well. I mean, he's probably had some really great coping skills that we probably don't know about, considering that Nikki and Mariah are both. He's sandwiched in between both of them. But I think he has some children too, so I think handling two kids might be similar. Congratulations
on your 3 nominations tonight. Are you guys beyond excited?
We're freaking out a little bit. Yeah, we're just glad to be here in the first place. But I don't even think any of us have thought about the nominations because there was so much good music this year. And in the categories we're nominated for, we love the other people so much and their songs that are in the category that we're just here to kind of have a good time. And I think the after party will be just as fun, win or no win.
Sounds good to me. And we want to talk briefly about your single, Can't Shake You. Very relatable song to a lot of people. Tell us a little bit about it.
I wrote that song about going through a breakup that I went through a couple years ago with somebody that I've been with for a long time. And I'd been out on the road, and the situation kind of broke us up, and not our lack of love for each other, if you will. And we're now back together. We're getting married next year. So there's a happy ending, but it was a real life scenario for me. And just about being haunted by that person and really not being able to move past the breakup.
Congratulations on your nominations tonight for Let It Rain.
Thank you very much. I've always wondered why I got to come to these things. When I wasn't nominated, I've been coming out here to Vegas, for that other thing that they have, in the spring, and this is my first time with this one. I've always said that I got invited to the parties. I wasn't exactly sure why, but I guess for tonight, I feel like that we do have a reason, and but I also have the mentality where it doesn't necessarily matter if I win or lose. I'm still going to feel crappy on that plane ride on the way home tomorrow night because I'm going to celebrate like I won either way.
Tell us a little bit about the new single.
Whiskey, I'm so excited about it. First of all, because I love drinking whiskey, but also it's just kind of like that song where it's just, I think it can resonate with a lot of people. It's about regret and, wishing you didn't do something. So I think everyone can relate to that. But I really hope everyone can relate to it just like they did with Why You Wanna, and I'm hoping for a good year.
With all the success that you've had this year, what does it feel like to have country fans embracing you like they have?
Oh, it's so crazy. I mean, it's so weird to say I really just think of them as friends, you know what I mean? Because they have my back, and it's friends have your backs, you know what I mean? So it's a really neat thing to they're fans but they're friends.
Well, congratulations on recently signing with Average Joe's Entertainment. That's pretty exciting.
Man, we are so excited. What an opportunity. And a great family too. They're really wound up, really fired up, and really talented at what they do.
Yeah, it's good to have a team that believes in us as much as we believe in them, and I think this is it.
this is the year of Low Cash, man. 2013 is going to be good, and Average Joe's, you know, especially when we're here for Colt Ford supporting him right now. Being
Breakthrough Artist of the Year.
That's right. Come on, Colt, you could do it, brother.
Breakthrough Artist of the Year.
Come on.
Colt, come on.
Well, we also know that you just made your first Christmas music video. Is that right? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah.
It was either going to be us dressing up as Santa Claus, but it didn't work out that
we
way.
couldn't decide who was going to be Santa Claus and who was going to be the elf.
Yeah.
There was a big argument,
It really
and so we were like, bump this.
Yeah, we didn't want
We're
to
gonna-
lose the whole Low Cash thing over Santa Claus, but
It wasn't cool. And so we are like, you know what, maybe we should just agree to get Flava Flav in the video.
man, they asked us, you know, hey, you guys are going to write a Christmas song for us, and we're like, you know, I love traditional Christmas music, so it's kind of hard for me to write it. We're like, Preston's like, let's just make it Low Cash. And we did, man. We wrote it in 24 hours, and you know what? It's probably one of my favorite Christmas songs now.
Yeah,
That's
we're
awesome.
doing it at the MGM right now, and people are loving it. They're dancing and going crazy, and the video, man, it just skyrocketed. So
I heard this is your first red carpet. Is this pretty exciting for you?
It is. It's so exciting to be here. I had no idea what it would be like, but it's awesome.
You're ready to do your first album with Jamie O'Neal as producing it?
We are finishing it up. I've been waiting and waiting, and I'm so excited. It's looking like it's going to be about 14 songs. I've written on all of them, so I'm just like crazy excited about it.
Well, tonight, obviously, the ACAs are special because they're a fan-voted award. So what is your favorite fan story?
Oh, my favorite fan story. Lord, that's tough. You know, we've had a lot of really cool stories and meaningful and special stories for what Cowboys and Angels has meant to certain people in hard times and in great times. You know, whether it be a soldier overseas or lost loved one overseas or here in the States. But, you know, for a lyric and a song to touch somebody like that of mine is so neat. And it's why I do what I do and why I'll continue to write songs.
You know, God, there's so many things. I mean, I can't even, like, say one thing because it's just like from the smallest things that someone bought me this iPod that said Believe on it and said, you know, 2012 debut. And, like, it's just, like, things like that and, like, just beautiful letters. Like, they're just so nice. So.
Yeah, I've got so many. You know what? I'll tell you, it's a funny one. People talk about, like, scary experiences, but this was also one of my favorite because it was such a crazy thing. This guy was chasing us in a car one time because he saw me, and he's chasing us down the road, and we finally pull off, and we're getting to where we're going. He stops in the middle of the street, opens his door, and really, like, intensely says, "Are you Casey James?" And I was so scared. I was like, "Yeah," and he goes, "Man, I love you." And I was like, "Oh my God, please don't ever do that again. You just gave me like 7 heart attacks." But, you know, looking back now, it's actually one of my favorites because it was, you know, it's a memorable experience.
It's been a really big year for you guys. Can you give us a couple of career highlights?
Well, you know what? The CMT tour was great with Jake Owen. That was an awesome experience for us. Releasing our first single, getting a record deal, having a single go #1 for 2 weeks in a row. Just, I mean, the list goes on and on. It really, truly, getting on a bus, getting on a real tour bus. Like, yes. It's just been a wild last 8 months, and we're just holding on tight and trying to soak it all in.
Having fans sing my music back to me is a huge one. And being able to build a crew of people that I love and care about that has a great time with me out on the road, that's been one of the most rewarding things of all. So I feel really blessed.
You know, Hollywood Bowl with Brad Paisley was pretty special to me. World Series was pretty crazy. Oh, that might have been 2011. Who knows? But then last night I did Christmas in Washington and got to sing for the president with a couple others, and that was pretty spectacular. That was definitely a huge honor. So.
I would think, honestly, the first time right after the record came out and I went to play Joe's Bar in Chicago, and it was a sold-out show, and the people in the audience knew every word of every song, and that was, for me, that was the highlight because it was my body of work, and they knew every bit of it, and that's when I felt like something special might be happening.